it's still doing the same thing. I mean, it's just laying down lines of plastic, but it's doing it probably 5 times as fast as the old one, and it just did it without sort of messing about. You know, it just seemed to know what it was doing. Switching on the Bambulab X1 Carbon. Where's the on-off switch? Right over there. Here we go. Lights come on inside. Looking good. English. Look at that. Just doing some kind of calibration. Pretty wacky the way it does it, but you just kind of know it's doing something right here. I skipped a few bits there, just taking out some packing and other bits and bobs, and I waited till the hotbed lifted up a bit before taking out the soft stuff that was underneath there, because you couldn't really pull it out very easily otherwise. But it looks okay. There's nothing left. A bit of stuff there, perfectly clean. A few little bits of polystyrene in there. It's a pretty clean place. And there she goes. Look at that. Wow. Bit concerned it didn't sit completely flat on my very flat. I've got a really thick bit of ply which is fixed dead flat. I checked it with them level, and it's bolted onto the wall and onto a stand underneath where it's pretty solid, so it shouldn't move. I mean, that thing ain't going anywhere, but it seemed, the feet seem to rock a bit on this Bambulab, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll know if there's anything wrong, but so far it's looking good. Here it goes again. Sweeping XY mech mode. What the hell? You go, baby. To celebrate this, and another one. So cheers, Bambulab. All the best. Many good prototypes to come. I'll just rest that on there. No, I won't. Oh, 96, 97, 98, 100%. Head's been moving around. Calibration complete. The only downside is I'm struggling to reach the Wi-Fi up here because I'm way up the end of the garden, but let's hit that. Initialization complete. Please ensure the hotbed foam, fixed foam and desiccant. I removed that already. That was the foam that was underneath here, which was quite impossible to remove without the hotbed lifting up. And we got a thing saying start printing. Boom. Look at that. Beautiful. Thanks, Bambulab. You've given me the titchiest, crappiest bit of filament imaginable. I was expecting carbon fibre or something. That's what I got. Look, what's that say? Hang on. There. PLA basic. And how much? 200 grams. Holy smoke. That is tight. Unbelievable. You could have bunged in a bit of carbon fibre or something. I mean, this is great, but it's not, you know, 1,200 quid printer, and they give me about a fiver's worth of filament. Thank you, Bambulab. Plus, they said don't order your filament when you order the printer because it might not, you know, it might hold up the shipment or something. But nevertheless, I'm going to try and print a little what's like, it's a boring benchy boat, not printing a spool, dinosaur puzzle. What's that take? 1 hour. Now I'm going to go for the benchy. It says 24 minutes. Let's do the benchy. Boat benchy. Okay, I've put the spool on the back, and it says to put the filament into the PTFE tube and push it until it won't go any further. That's what she said. And then I'm doing that, and oh yeah, that's reached its little limit there. Okay, good. Sure, what it's doing here, it's homing, I think. I accidentally pressed the home button. It's going to do this homing thing all over again, is it? Oh no, stopped. Good. Now, it says in the book to press the one that's in green, and then press minus, and then a little down arrow, and heat the nozzle to the recommended temperature for the filament. Okay, so I'm going to press minus. Where's that then? Let's have a look. Heat the nozzle. Oh, it's that one, I think. Boom. Ah, right. Okay, well, we got, that's 220, that stuff. Should be. Okie dokie. Oh yeah, fans come on. Look at that, it's beautiful. Heating up something. This is like an idiot's guide to starting this thing up. It says here, sorry about the light, heat the nozzle to the recommended temperature for the filament, press extruder minus several times until the filament comes out from the nozzle and cannot be pulled out from the PTFE tube manually. Okay, fair play. I've already forgotten what I've got to press. Got to press extruder minus and a little, what the hell is that? A little light thing. Okay. Extruder minus a little light thing. Where's that then? Extruder up and down. We've got an up and down thing. Extruder minus a little light thing. What the hell? Extruder. Blah, blah, blah. Important to lower the bed. I'm making this up as I go along, but I'm reading the instructions. I'm just rubbish at reading instructions. So take that down a bit lower. Get this glue stick that comes with it, bamboo glue, and then take the lid off it. Good. Get this glue, and you've got to smear it all over the build plate. This seems ridiculous for such an expensive, high quality thing, but that's the way it is, unfortunately, and some things will never change for the time being. Smear that. You don't want to smear too much, just enough. Just enough so it doesn't cause the object to stick too much to the build plate, and then it can't be removed and damages the build plate. Good. The bit that was so small I couldn't read. You see, it says press extruder minus, and then there's a little black square with something several times. Well, it's obvious. If I hadn't read it, I would have done it anyway. But it means that I'll wait till it's 220. Yeah, it's 221. That'll do. We press this, and then we wait, and it should extrude a bit of this little bit of stuff. Down. Press that. A bit quiet. Not much is happening. Me pressing it. Anything coming out? Let's watch it. I'm going to press this button. You wait there. Definitely the down arrow button. What am I doing wrong? Maybe I'm not pushed it in far enough. Suddenly everything must have unravelled. Ah, okay, now we're in business. Oh, it's coming out now. If it doesn't, I'll be really surprised. shoot, but please work. Press, 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 press. Oh yes! Houston, we have no problem. Look at that. Toothpaste has arrived. Okay, we can stop that now. Stop it! That'll do. Sorry, what had happened was the reel at the back must have unwound a little bit as I was moving it. That's it now. Stop. I'm just going to carry on doing that forever. We'll see. And then, several times, cannot be pulled out manually. Let's try that. No, I can't pull that out manually. I'm not going to try any harder than that. Stop. Just keeps coming. There. Let's stop it. I pressed the up button. It didn't tell me to do that, did it? Filament comes out. Can't be pulled out manually. Put the glue on. Yeah, I've done the glue. Bloody thing's still coming out. Look at that. I don't have any filament left. Stop it. Okay, now I'm going to press, no, file. I'm going to press file. Meantime, let's do a benchy. Print now. Print the benchy, PLA. Before we run out of sodding filament. Oh. Yeah, it just keeps coming up. What's wrong with you? I'm going to stop this for a sec. Home. Now. Filament stopped coming out. Shut the door for a second. No. Just leave it open for a second. See what it's going to do. Holy shit, that was annoying. Come on, filament. It's just eaten. Anyway. It's doing something. What is it doing now? Getting rid of more filament. Stop it. Oh, I like the way that Bambulab lights up though. So it's illuminated. And there's a nice light in there. A humongous fan. Look at that. I'm going to shut the door because the fan might not work very well with the door open. It probably will. Boom. What the fuck? In the meantime, it's. I think that horrible noise was the extruder cleaner. It bashes it. Sounds like it's broken it. Gee whiz. No. It moved fast. It moved really fast. Now it's stopped because it says it's cleaning the nozzle tip. Heat bed and hot end preheating. Okay, close the door again while it heats up. Oh no, hang on, something's happening. Oh. Come on then. You move quickly like you just did. That horrible noise is the nozzle cleaner. Anything else? Is that it? I love the way this magnetic bed lines up. They've got little stops at the end. You just push it forward, you push it back over there, it locks on and then it sucks itself down violently. Absolutely superb. Now it's cleaning nozzle tip. Oh, that's going down. Wow! Wow! Well, I'm glad I didn't have the phone there then. That would have smashed the screen. Look at that, it's bouncing up and down. Having a little think about it. good, well done. And now, what's it going to do now? Auto bed levelling, okay. So it's taking little points across the bed. Yeah, a bit more, go on, keep going. I don't know how many it's going to do, but it's doing them. Nice. Good job. It moves. I've done a lot of stepper motor driver design, and that is so smooth. The sound of it is beautiful. Oh my goodness. You know, if you've designed any stepper motor circuits, you'll know that this is in another league than, you know, your average sort of jobber like me. It's really good. Wow. I'll leave it to do that for a second and have a glass of wine. Well, it's taking ages, but I don't mind because it's purposeful. It's as if it knows it's doing something really important, and it's doing it, it's not wasting time. It's doing it in a way that it's actually, you kind of know it's what you'd be doing if you were doing it manually. If you've ever leveled one of these beds, you do that. You go across, you start in the middle, you go to the corner, then you go sort of to the far end, right at the front, and then you do it all over again and again until you slide that little bit of paper between the nozzle and the print bed, and you think, yeah, I've got it about right. There's quite a gap there, but no, it seems happy. It's doing this special pattern because it's got this lidar, which is a laser ranging jobber, and that, well, he puts the line down and you can see if there's any imperfections, and it kind of does an acceleration thing, so you can lay everything out really, really level. And even though he hasn't finished calibration, what he's laid down there looks absolutely spot on. Wow. Bambulab, I applaud you. What you have done is remarkable so far. I know you haven't actually printed anything, but I don't care. Look at that, the lidar thing is now looking at the lines. He's just printed and checking them. So he's not putting anything down now. He's looking at what's been printed. I'm probably messing it up by shining my phone on it. No, it shouldn't do because it's a laser. It shouldn't make any difference. Wow. Where'd he go? Oh, there. Keep going. Okay, this is really... I know you've got to be here to appreciate this. If you're not, it's probably the most boring thing you've ever seen. But, oh no, there he's doing something else. Wow. What the? Oh no, that's dreadful. I was expecting it to come out clean. That's the bottom of the boat. That is way too fast, mate. That is no way to print a boat. What? That's the, is that? Maybe, I don't know, it doesn't look very good at all, but I'm going to leave it and see what happens. It's cleaning the nozzle. I think you should have done that before starting the boat. Let's close the door. Maybe I'll sort myself out. That's absolutely amazing. Doesn't look right to me, but maybe it will be. I won't judge until it's finished. That is incredibly fast. It looks like there's a few blobs, but they seem to be swallowed up by what's laying down. Wow. 30%. I'm going to hold for a second. It really is incredible. I'm having second thoughts about what I thought was the most sturdy fixture I could find, and look at that, it's moving around a lot while it's printing. It shakes like hell. I'm going to see how it comes out and then reinforce the bench that it's on a bit. Maybe just put it on the floor or something instead, I don't know. But it's absolutely heaving its way through. Look at that. Not that loud either. I thought it was going to be louder. It's crazy. And it looks stunning already. Oh wow. Bambulab. Well done. Wow, what's it taken? Oh, the screen's gone off. Oh, not long. 3 minutes left. 84% done. Let's have a look at it. That is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, cute little benchy. Nearly there. So quick, I missed the end. Hello, look at this. It's too bright. Maybe if I tap the screen. Oh, look at that, that's better. Now there's a sweet little benchy. And I haven't changed any calibration settings. It's the settings that came with it. I haven't even connected it to Wi-Fi yet. Now let's see if we can get this off. We've got our special sheet for PLA. Lift him up. Whoa, see how that grabs? This is the third 3D printer I've had. I got the very first one of those Chinese things right at the beginning, and then an Anycubic, which has been okay for doing prototypes. And then I got this one now. But I can tell, oh, that was bright. I can tell this is on another level. It's, it's still doing the same thing. I mean, it's just laying down lines of plastic, but it's doing it probably 5 times as fast as the old one, and it just did it without sort of messing about. It just seemed to know what it was doing. So well impressed with that. Look at that. Glad I cut my fingernails the other day. But that's a beautiful little benchy. Actually, I'll go and get one that I printed from my poor old Anycubic and we'll compare. Hold on. Get ready for the worst comparison video ever. See if you can spot which is which. Now, we've got one there. I thought it's pretty obvious. I thought the Anycubic benchy was incredible when it printed it. What it has done better is the writing on the bottom is better. Compare that to this one. For some reason the writing did not come out at all. I'll work out why that is. I know that there's something I've done. Also, it must be the way it's sliced, but actually the roof of my old one looks smoother. For some reason this is all ridged. That's strange. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but this one, the surface just is nowhere near as crisp. The lines on this are perfect. Can't see them very well. Take my word for it, they are straight as hard to see. On here, it's just not quite the same. See that rough stuff in the little window there? That is so clear. Just a little boat. Anyone who doesn't know anything about 3D printers, this is a benchmark test to see how well a printer prints. And it's got the various overhangs and little holes and things like that. And this is pretty cool, good. You see the little square bit, the little where the sailor sits or whatever is in there. It's pretty square, but on this one, it's pretty square too. But this one printed it in 20 minutes, including all that huge amount of calibration, 24 minutes. I think the print time was about 17, whereas that one printed on my old printer would have probably taken about 2 or 3 hours. And that's a big old difference. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Just incredible. Look at that in detail. Compared to my old i3, which I thought at the time was the absolute business. There is really no comparison. And you think, well, you can see the lines. Yeah, because you want to see the lines. If you look closely at the television set, you see all the little pixels. What you want to see is the lines being perfectly straight and crisp. No bubbles or bits missing. And this, yeah, this is done well. Ooh, that's the old one. That's the i3, which was really good. It only cost a couple of £100. This one on another level. Very, very impressive. I'll print something better in a minute, and I'll just show that on the end. Well, it was a bit of a rush last night because this printer arrived about 6 o'clock in the evening, and I didn't have long to make dinner and get it going, walk the dog and what have you. But I quickly printed out this, which is amazing. It's like a turtle thing, another benchy thing. But the quality of that is ridiculous. Look at that. Springy feet. You can hardly see the lines. I know it's not printed at the highest resolution, I can tell, because if you look closely you can see the lines. But it's so crisp. And the more I looked at the benchy, the more I could appreciate how beautifully that's gone together, because you want to see these little bumps. If you can't see them, it means it's been smoothed out too much. Likewise with the turtle. You can see the lines there, just about. And we're bearing in mind that it's zoomed in a long way. How superb is that? Much better to see it in the flesh than it is on the camera. I'm just printing off the scraper that comes built in, so it doesn't supply you with a scraper. You print one off, which is amazing, and that takes, I think, about 10 minutes or something. There it goes. Look at it go. It's going nuts. And it smells. Well, something I've noticed about this printer is it smells really, really nice. It smells like something expensive. And it's not a lot of money for what it's doing. It's just mesmerising. I've got to get the Wi-Fi up here. But I mean, it picks it up on the PC, no problem, but for some reason the Wi-Fi on this isn't strong enough to pick it up from the house. It's about 120, 130 feet away, and it's through the walls of the old house and what have you, and the shed is lagged with insulation and all sorts. So it's like a Faraday cage in here. But I'll get a Wi-Fi extender so that I can use the camera on this just to see how that works. But yeah, just superb. Definitely looking good for the Bambulab X1 Carbon. Thank you, Bambulab. You have created something very, very special. Next day I finally managed to connect it to the Wi-Fi. I set up what's the matter you? A Wi-Fi hotspot up in the shed so that it's connected. It took a while. The problem I had connecting was that I hadn't got location services enabled on my phone for the Bambulab app on the phone, and it wouldn't let me register it. But once I'd enabled the location services, it was fine. And this is on the MacBook here, showing real-time thing about it printing. It's about, where are we? 92% done. It's about a 1 hour print, but it's a little prototype enclosure with support material inside, and I think the support material takes up almost half the print time. So it can print a little enclosure in about half an hour, and the quality is amazing. Let's have a look. Nearly finished. We can see the quality now. It's finished. Really smooth. This looks really good. I don't know how easy that is to see. Support structure came out reasonably well. I think I might have had it a little bit on the warm side. It was quite stuck in there, but the quality is superb. Anyway, I reprinted that little box I was working on because the one I did warped slightly where I kept opening the chamber of the printer. So I've reprinted it, and you can see it's got some little lugs in the corners for the lid. I've printed the lid here, and it's come out superbly clear. Sorry about the camera work, but you can see if I join the two together, they slot in, and I haven't allowed any tolerance. This is actually printed perfectly. It's as if the Bambulab just sort of slightly under extrudes and makes things go together really easily. So yeah, it worked out well. Yeah, apart from some tricky things to do to get the Wi-Fi connected, I had to enable location services on my phone, and once I'd done that, it was fine. And I took my dog for a walk, and I looked on my phone, and I could check that it was printing out okay, and yeah, absolutely superb. So yeah, no problems at all. Definitely recommend this printer. Thanks for watching.